I got a question here from this one's from Jameson Jerving. Says, what are some of the best bands to play along with if you're learning to play drums by ear?
The first thing is bands that you like. So songs that you like. It's if your friends tell you, oh, listen to this Avenged Sevenfold song, listen to the song, it's really sweet, then don't do that if you don't like the song, because it's going to be difficult and irritating and frustrating. But if you like a song, regardless of how difficult it is, then you're going to enjoy playing it, and you'll probably be really successful at learning it by ear. The first song I ever played on drums, on my own drums, was Sweetness by Jimmy Eat World, and that's not an easy song, drumming wise, especially for a guy that's just sitting down on his own kit for the first time in his life. And I butchered the song, but I loved it so much that I enjoyed struggling with it. So I enjoyed learning it. And like I said, I did, in the beginning, you're not going to nail the song perfectly. Don't even expect that, because you're just starting out. Everybody struggles in the beginning. But I think if you like the song, regardless of how simple or how complicated it is, you'll always be able to kind of get it to a level where you can learn it, like simplify it for yourself. But maybe simple songs is a good choice, but like I said, the most important thing is songs,
songs that you love.
Yeah, that you dig. Yeah.
Gets you motivated, I guess.
Yeah,
too.
totally.
And so I was going to ask you, Rory O'Neill says, what was the first song you learned to play? And you kind of answered that.
Yeah. Well, I did play a few other songs on my friend John. My friend John had a drum kit, and we went to his house before I had my own, and we played Happy by Sita, I don't know. She's like one hit wonder. She had this single called Happy, and I played that. Yeah. And I played, what else? Like Lifehouse stuff, because that was nice and simple. But we would just go to his house and kind of jam on the kit. So Sweetness wasn't the first song I ever played, but I can't even remember what was the first song I ever played. But Sweetness was the first song that I actually put headphones on my head and sat behind my own drum set alone in my room and kind of started just jamming along.
First song you really dissected.
Totally, yeah.
Is that on YouTube yet? You have that one filmed?
That's actually, not that version. I didn't set up a camera the first time I sat behind a kit, but I did use it as the first part of my tribute video. I made a tribute video in like 2008.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
A lot of people are asking. I got a question from Eduardo. Hold on. Eduardo. Okay. Jeffrey Jacobson. They're all asking about your foot technique. Can you quickly maybe just give them a demo of the slide thing you do, even just playing groove?
Yeah. The technique that I use is called, the technique that I use the most is called the slide technique. So usually if my hand, excuse the blister, but if my hand is kind of the pedal, then the slide technique just means you hit a stroke and then you slide up. Or actually, I think you can slide down if you want to, but the premise of the technique is just that you slide. There's a movement in between note 1 and note 2. And I didn't know it was the slide technique when I played it. I probably played it for, like 3 or 4 years before I knew it had a name and it existed outside of my bedroom. Like other people actually use this technique. I kind of just stumbled onto it, but yeah, I use the slide technique for the most part for all my double strokes. And I've recently also gotten into heel toe, especially for the double bass. But I think if you guys haven't seen exactly what I do with my foot, I kind of cut to the foot cam in some of the drum covers. But let me just kind of, there we go. Let me just kind of play a little groove, and I'll try to focus heavily on using the slide. I'll try to slow it down as much as possible as well, so you can see kind of what I'm doing. But let's just see what happens.
Yeah, that's fast.
That's awesome, man.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Dave uses the slide too.
I lose slide technique too, and you got it nailed. It's awesome.
You guys, I wish you could see my view. I just have the best seat in the house.
I know. If your laptop wasn't in the way, I'd have the second bed. There you go. Hey, Cobus, I got a question here that goes along with this. A lot of people might be wondering, what is your shoe size?
In South Africa, it's a 10, kind of a 10 and a half maybe, because I've got wide
That's
hobbit
probably
feet.
the same out here.
Yeah, well, these are 11s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my feet are a little bit bigger in the States, it seems.
Cool. Ryan from the drumlessons.com drum forum is asking, what are some drummers that influence you? And will you ever do some Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Some drummers that influenced me. Travis Barker was very high. Well, he's kind of still high on the list, but he was by far number one when I started playing. I played Blink-182 probably for the first few months. I don't know how many, probably 3 or even 6 months. Like the first chunk of my playing, some 41, but mostly Blink-182. And loved his style, loved his playing. I loved his groove, and I don't know if it's 8th notes or 16ths like that. That's 16ths.
Yeah,
16ths, He loves that kind of hip hoppy, funky vibe, and he's got a really like tight style, like the grooves. I just love that, and that's still evident in my style today. I think I love the grooves, and Tony Royster Jr. huge influence, especially with regards to like fluidity and how he moves from certain parts of the kit, like just totally naturally. Like it just seems like it's the economy of motion. He's just like it just happens. That's something I tried to emulate in the beginning.
And you just met him, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, dude. It was crazy.
That is awesome.
It was unbelievable.
Tony Royster Jr.
Yeah, such a good guy, man.
Did you see he posted a video on his personal channel just with your iPhone?
Of Tony just getting in behind my setup and just like ripping it to shreds,
it's
dude.
crazy.
That's
unbelievable.
Awesome.
But such a good guy. Actually, such a good guy.
Cool.
Also, Mike Portnoy, loved his fills. Who else?
Just like Dave.
Love Mike Portnoy.
Love Mike Portnoy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh man, he really had a huge influence in the way that I play fills. Not just straight note combinations, but like mixing it up, even between like the hands and the feet sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah, but really creative fills.
Are you gonna do a solo for us? I think we should get him to do a solo.
One more question, then we'll do a solo.
One more question? Is that right?
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, 10 more questions. I don't like soloing.
Dude, you gotta do a solo.
I'll try
you
my
gotta do a
best.
solo.
I promise you, I'll try my best. I'm not a big fan of the
Don't
solo.
worry, people, we're just hanging out, man.
Okay, sweet. I'll just jam. Let's not call it a solo.
Yeah.
I'll just jam. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Even if you play groove, dude, I would just like to sit here and watch you play.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, one more question. Okay. Well, another guy from the forum is asking, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he says, sometimes I get frustrated practicing the same repetitive things and I'm feeling like I'm not making any progress as a drummer. What practice tips do you have to maximize improvement? He said thanks. He's a big fan.
Sweet. I really appreciate it, person whose name Jared can't pronounce.
Well, you can say it's HVT, HVY.
Wait, oh. I'm just going to call you Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. And with regards to your question, I think the biggest thing that I want to say is that always know that I know this is going to sound so hippie and so cliche, but every second that you spend behind the kit is worth something. Like you're never hitting the ceiling. Like in the beginning, if you play for an hour, then you progress an enormous amount. And then a month after that, if you play for an hour, then you progress a little less. And like it kind of goes like this. Later on in your life, you have to play for you have to practice something incessantly for like a month, and you just progress this little bit, or it feels like that. But the bottom line is every second that you spend behind the kit, every more time that you hit the snare or the hats is one more time that you're hitting the snare. So you know it better. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's just my approach, and it feels like even though you're not feeling the progression, film yourself. Like take a little video of yourself playing a solo, and then a month later check it out and film a new one, and then compare the two. Just to see it visually, yeah.
And then post it on YouTube.
Yeah, totally.
1,000 plays a day.
Yeah, but it's really important to be aware of the fact that you're always moving forward, even if it's baby steps. So just keep practicing.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay, that said, do you mind jamming out for us a little bit?
I mind.
You mind?
But I'll do it.
Thank you.
Awesome. No, I don't mind. I'm just kidding. But it's not my favorite thing in the world. I feel the pressure
Dude,
now.
you say that, but then he like before.
He's just gonna slay.
He just rips
Yeah,
it up
he's
in
just
here.
Man, I'm so friggin' intimidated right now. Okay, let's just see what happens.
Oh, there's only probably like 1,000 people watching.
Nice, thanks, Jared. Oh, I really appreciate that.
Way to boost it.
Okay, cool.
You'll
Let's
be
just see what
fine,
happens.
dude. Fine.
Cool.
The bell.
The bell, dude.
I tell you, I am getting one of those bells. That is awesome.
I know. I totally get one.
I love this thing. Jared hates it though because I play it everywhere. It's like a new toy, dude.
No, at first
You don't hate it though. But
I don't hate it.
I love
Oh,
it. I
dude.
think more the better.
Yeah, but you put it in the fills.
Dude, that was fantastic though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
awesome.
I don't like the speed as much, but I like the grooves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to work on my solos.
No.
Dude,
But it was fun.
Better than any solo that I can do.
No way.
Or Jared can do.
Yeah, totally. I'll admit that.
Yeah,
But
no,
thank
it
you.
was pretty good. So
Sweet,
Yeah.
thank you.